Hey, what's up, guys? This is like my third or fourth attempt trying to do a video. This is video number two. And, anyways, I guess apparently when you get a phone call on any type of technology, I guess it cancels out your video. And so you got to do it all over again. I wish with the way modern day technology was, especially with cell phones, I wish there was a automatic text message that will shoot out, say, when you got an incoming call and you're in the middle of a video, making a video, especially if you're a YouTuber, a blogger, or whatever. I wish it would send a signal out to the caller saying, "Hey, making a video, call you back as soon as possible," you know, and let it be at that. No, there's no, as far as I know, no technology on any phone that will do that. It kind of annoys me, especially when I think about as much money goes out and paying for a phone or any type of technology. That kind of frustrates me a little bit. And then also, another reason why this is another attempt at trying to make a video on the same subject as what the first video is supposed to be about is also the camera seemed to turn itself off. I don't know why it does that, but it did. And so I just have to say that's a little crappy. Ain't never had that happen to me before. It angers me just a tiny little bit. Once again, because as I look at it, how much money do you put out for technology? And with all the technology things there is out there in the world and stuff, you wouldn't think those things happen, but I guess they do once in a while. But anyways, back to Madison being induced, or not to be induced. She's like 3 or 4 or 5 days past her due date, and so I told her when she went into this appointment, I told her to let's go ahead and find someone to watch her daughter, and that way, just in case they tell us just go on to the hospital, and if they're going to induce her, well, we can just lickety split right on over there. But anyways, I got a nice view out here. They got like a senior living, just a couple. I would say maybe 2 or 3 city blocks in that direction, and they got a pond out here with a little fountain in the middle of it, and a little trails for seniors to walk through and stuff. With all this COVID stuff still going on, um, only one person could go into the appointment, and that's the person that has the appointment. And I've had to miss a lot of appointments for my daughter, not being able to be there. Kind of makes me feel like a bit of a lazy deadbeat dad, kind of, not being there when I can be there. And, it angers me a little bit because, I mean, we all live and sleep and eat in the same household, so, what's the big deal? And then at the same time, you know, I can understand in a hospital setting and stuff, why they like, do the mask thing. And I'm not going to argue with that. But in a doctor's office, I don't care who you are. If you go to a doctor, there's three to four main things why you be going to like a family practice doctor, or even a baby doctor here. Pregnant, planning to be pregnant, or you have normal symptoms of sniffle, cold, and blah blah blah. And so even if they like, only one person is allowed to go in at a time, and they give you a call on the phone and everything, everyone still has to touch the same door. Everyone's still handling the same pen, stationery. Everyone's touching the same chairs inside the waiting rooms and stuff, and you ain't gonna tell me they wipe those things down in between every visit, you know, because I don't believe it. So I don't see what it matters, and And so I'm real tired of this whole COVID crap. And then, another thing is also on the last time we came to the doctor, they had her in the hospital and they put her through what they called a non-stress test for the baby, and also we got to see another ultrasound happen, and Dr. Pepper, guys, not Coke, Dr. Pepper. Anyways, we up in went there to the hospital, and of course we was wearing stupid masks, and when we was in the one of the rooms, I looked at the nurses who were wearing masks and I said, I got a question. And they go, what's that? I said, is it alright if I remove this mask since we're technically in a room? I said, or do we still have to keep them on? And they said, well, because, we was in the room that we could take them off, but I guess they had to leave theirs on, as which, I understand. And even if they said I couldn't take the mask off, I'd still understand why. But, it just kind of drives me nuts, because it's proven that the only thing a mask does is prevent you from spreading. Other than that, it don't do jack crap except for screw up your natural immune system. And they've proven that at the CDC. Now they twisted it around and said other claims now and everything, but originally the CDC twice had said that the mask really don't do much of anything. And really, if you want something that's going to do something, a respirator, buy a respirator, change the filters out on it. I can't remember how many days you change the filters out on one, but it should tell you in a manufacturing guide with one, and if people are that worried, if people are that scared, buy a respirator, buy a good respirator, and you can even get them at an army surplus store, the old gas mask kind. Matter of fact, I seen a guy wearing one last time I worked in the store, and I couldn't help but to find it funny because I got one just for giggles at the house that was given to me as a new daddy gift. Dealing with changing smelly diapers and all. Ha ha ha. Joke on me, but yeah. Other than that, a mask don't do nothing. Stuff like this, it don't do jack crap. And of course, these little familiar masks that I'm sure everybody's seen, everybody and their brother wear, they really don't do jack crap. And if anybody's offended by that, tough. Get over it. But aside from that, finding out that once you're in the hospital room and everything, you don't have to wear a mask. But if you go out the hospital room, you got to put on a mask. And I ain't going to argue with that in a hospital. I mean, in a hospital setting, that makes more sense to me than wearing one out in public, out at the grocery store, because, like, if you think about it, and I know this because I worked in retail for about 13 years, when you go into a grocery store, folks, something for you to keep in mind. First of all that product comes from a manufacturer. Well, the manufacturer's got their own warehouses. God only knows what's running around in those warehouses, okay? And no matter how much mouse bait you put out, rat bait you put out, there's still going to be critters crawling on that product, okay? Not to mention possible bugs on the outside of that product, all right? Now that product goes from a warehouse to either a distribution center for whichever corporate chain a company it's going to, or from from the manufacturer's warehouse straight to the store, or the store or the distribution center. If a store has a distribution center, it sits in their warehouse. Well, once again, You don't know what mice or rats or bugs are going to be crawling on there, what germs they may be carrying, and everything else. Nor do you really know the cleanliness of either storage warehouse. And now, when it gets loaded up into the truck, you don't know how clean the truck is and all that. And then you got the people that handle the product from from the manufacturer to the warehouses or to the distribution centers, now loaded on a truck by other hands that you don't know if they've washed their hands before they, started work, whether they wiped their butt, didn't wash their hands. You don't know that. So it's loaded up on a truck. These trucks go to the retail areas or the grocery stores. Then other people who you don't know, once again, who all's touched them with their hands, and if they washed their hands or wiped their butt and just went right back to work without washing their hands. Okay? Now you got these people unloading this truck, unloading product, and then putting these products out on the sales floor, stocking the shelves. Mind you, all these many hands has touched this product, and you don't know whether their hands have been, etc., forth and so on. So you got this product sitting on a shelf. Well, here comes half a dozen customers who, once again, you don't know how they keep their hands clean, have touched and fondled the stuff on the shelf, okay? And then you buy that product, you handled that product, the person running the cash register has handled that product, you take it from the store to your vehicle, from your vehicle into your home or whatever. There's 500,000 hands that has touched that product before you brought it into your home. And even if you wear gloves while grocery shopping, you're still going to be handling that product again to put it in your home. And when you put it in your home, are you sanitizing and wiping everything down before you take and put it into your home on the shelves in your pantries and your refrigerators? Are you? You see where I'm going with this? It's a vicious cycle of cross-contaminating, germ spreading. You ain't going to stop it, and a stupid mask ain't going to prevent that. Wearing gloves is not going to prevent that. It's all ignorance, folks. And knowing that we was given an immune system by God for a reason. For a reason. And you're compromising your own health. Yeah, you should wash your hands frequently. Every time I've ever unloaded a truck, I've washed my hands. Every time I've ever handled merchandise, I've washed my hands. And of course also I deal with grocery carts too. So, I wear gloves when I handle those. Of course, I've always kind of done that anyways, and everything. But even still, I still wash my hands. And when I get home from work, I take a shower or at least wash my hands. So really, none of this other stuff is really going to help you or prevent you from getting sick. It'll just prolong the inedible. And I don't even think I even pronounced that right, but y'all know what I'm talking about out there. But, yeah. Well, I'm going to end this video like this. I kind of stayed on topic, but kind of off topic, but, just thought I'd just make this little old video. Anyways, y'all have a great, wonderful day wherever you're at. Thank you for hitting like, share, and subscribe. And as always, no matter what walk of life you come from, just remember, God loves us all. And wherever you're at in this world, may you be blessed. Till next time.